just this recap. So December 26, 2019, right?
Yeah.
We had a nice little event, right? Which was actually pretty rare. You won't see it again in your life, my lifetime, right? But we had what we call a planetary pileup, right? In Sagittarius, right? December 26th. Now with that planetary pileup, right? When all these planets are kind of having a battle royale, right? You have a solar eclipse simultaneously.
Yep.
Right? And literally, I mean, if you looked into the sky, all the planets looked like they were in a row, right?
Yep.
Directly, one after the other. So that planetary pileup in the sign of what? Sag, right? Yeah. And the antithesis of it is Gemini.
Yeah.
Right. So that Sagittarian Geminian process, right, yielded, right, this concentration or like a point of energy that poked through, and COVID came out on the other side.
Yeah.
Right? And so it didn't take 30. It didn't even take 30 days.
Yeah.
Right. For that particular thing to manifest. It took almost a lunar cycle. Just slightly before in January, when boom, right when Kobe passed, that's when we started hearing, right?
Yeah,
the COVID piece, and so that planetary pileup, we knew as astrologers. I especially knew because I know that America's ascendant is Sag. I knew America was going to be the major whatever's going on. America's going to be a major player. Obviously, you can see that now.
Yeah,
because America is at the top of the list in regards to being affected.
You know,
what I mean? So,
and that's the thing, man. I know I'm not going to mention names, but there's some astrologers that's hell bent on saying that the ascendant for the United States is
29 degrees
Scorpio. I mean, this year alone should tell you what the true ascendant is. I mean, it's just revealed itself in such a major way. I mean, so I mean, you can you have the freedom to explore it how you want to explore it, but I mean, just from watching it, observing it, and seeing how things unfold. I mean, we should be pretty clear what the United States ascendant is.
Yeah, check it out. If it's 29 degrees Scorpio, we should see something very phenomenal in the next 30 days, 30 to 45 days. We should see something so phenomenal when that particular, because that's actually at the Gandanta zone. 29 degrees Scorpio was Gandanta zone.
Yeah.
So we should see when K2 rolls through that point, something magnanimous occur with regards to the nation and the trajectory of this country.
Yeah.
Not in the world, but this nation, because the trajectory of this country has been affected vastly by COVID. Obviously, the world has, but our trajectory is different because we have this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde issue with 4 planets in the 7th house, but Sagittarius as a disposition is freedom loving.
Yeah.
Right? See, the Sagittarius, and I want to digress just a second, we'll come back, but Sagittarius is freedom loving. Scorpio is fearful. Scorpio is the kind of energy that armors itself. It has an exterior skeletal structure.
Yeah.
So it's armored to the point where nothing can penetrate. It's fearful. If you understand, if you've ever had to deal with a woman that has moon and Scorpio, not all women, folks, I know a lot of them like, what do you mean? Right?
Yeah.
But the mothering style is penetrative. Right? The mothering style is really almost to the point it could be overwhelmingly smothering. Right? Not freedom oriented, but to the point of literally everything is a contingency. Right? That's not America. Do you see anyone functioning on a contingent level at all? No, not at all.
No.
Right? Everybody's about fun, about getting out, about exploring, which is Sag. Right?
Yeah, don't tread on me.
Right. It's about travel, Sag.
Yeah.
Right. So you see what I mean? And it's about throwing caution to the wind, Sag.
Yeah.
Right. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't see how people can surmise Scorpio, because Scorpio is deadly with precision with regards to fear and manipulation. As far as this would be concerned, America would be to the point of manipulate. And then not only that, within Jayesta, and I get why he would say that, because America is considered as a cop of the world, right? And Jayesta is like the police officer or the cop of the zodiac. I get it, the detective or what have you. But literally, America doesn't have a scorpionic disposition.
Doesn't lead with that.
Yeah, we don't lead. Sagittarius fits because it's a broad country. Scorpio will be concentrated. It'll be smaller. It'll be focused. It'll be serious. It'll be intentful. America's not a serious country at all, right? And America is kind of like very jovial, right? Very exuberant, right? Very boastful, right?
Yeah,
America. In fact, we were talking about that. Remember?
Yeah,
We're talking about the boastfulness and how, you know what I mean, putting it out there just with all these military abilities and all that. China doesn't. China doesn't. They do, but not like America.
you don't see military formations in America. Like
No, you don't.
in normal, like, you know, you see like North Korea or you see China and stuff like that. They got the people over there running and they marching like in, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't really see that here.
No,
You know,
no, and,
not like that.
no, and that's martial.
Very martial.
You see what I mean? This is a
Yeah.
land of laws about, right, so-called, you know, democracy and, you know, freedom of choice. Choice be between Beelzebub and Satan, between the lesser of two evils, right? The illusion of choice, right? Yeah. That's America. Right?
Very idealistic.
And that's Sag.
Yeah.
Very, very idealistic. Sagittarius. To the hill, man. Perfectly stated.
Yeah.
But back to being on topic, you know, those planets did a pile up in Sag, and that literally has a ramification. It has a very heavy ramification and effect on this nation and where we're headed. It's not over, right? We're not even in the thick of the woods. And to talk about how this works, when you look at the Spanish flu in 1918, it had a similar kind of outcome in that they didn't take it that serious in the beginning. And like I said, this thing has mutated. Go check it out, folks, in the news. This thing has mutated. It mutated in the summer because I said heat will cause the mutation, right? And it did. So we don't know what to expect with the new COVID coming forward in the fall. Now, again, taken for granted, we're in a Gandanta zone, right? So we're kind of in suspended animation, right? You're in that, you know, when you're floating in the pool, you kind of like there's no bottom, right? Where's the bottom? That's how we feel right now, right? That's why the Gandanta zone feels that bottom, like a bottomless, overwhelming feeling. You know, if you've ever been in the ocean, man, that is like when you're in the ocean, and especially at night, you just
don't do it. That's not a good idea. Don't go in the ocean at nighttime.
No, I've been out there before. I've been out there before. Yeah. When I lived in Galveston. Yeah. We went out on a boat, man, and
now the boat. I'm thinking about swimming. Like,
oh no.
Don't go swimming.
But had I been in that water, it would have been terrifying, right? Because it's dark, it's black. Only thing you got is the boat lights and the lights that are offshore.
Yeah. That's absolutely.
It's nothing but black, right? And so that's how, literally, being in that ocean, right? It feels like that in the Gandanta zone. Where is the bottom?
Yeah.
Right. Where are we headed? Right. What is going on? Right. And that inside of being where Rahu is in Mrigashira, right? Mrigashira is the star of search, right? It's the searching star. It's the most curious nakshatra. It's the most curious portion of the whole zodiac. So curiosity is its thing, right? But curiosity in the sense that Rahu, which is the virulent factor, you know, Rahu is viruses, right? Anything that's seen, bacteria, viruses, you know, unseen agents, right? That's Rahu. And so it's in that point of trying to learn, and you can feel like America wants to try to stabilize. We're trying to get back to stability, right? But we're not there, right? Because Rahu has to go through Taurus to stabilize. It's not going to stabilize when it gets into Taurus. It has to go through Taurus, right? And Rahu takes about 19 months to move through every sign. Okay. So we got 19 months of Rahu in Taurus, which is actually pretty good because Rahu is not exalted in Taurus. That is a lie, right? There's no such thing as a Rahu Ketu exaltation because they're not planets. They've been given the status of planets, but they're not planetary energies, right? The Lord of Rahu, the Lord of Ketu, dictates the real power of Rahu and Ketu. Remember that, right? Not Rahu and Ketu, because they only take on whatever energies they imbibe in. So it could be in Scorpio, and they say it's debilitated, but if Mars is strong, strengthened, and is supported by different factors, Rahu and Scorpio can be very powerful. In fact, I believe one of I don't want to say, I know it's not Dennis Frawley, but there is an astrologer that has Rahu and Scorpio. Right? There's a couple of them. Very powerful people, right? Because Scorpio actually likes Rahu, believe it or not, right? So it's there's no hard nosed rule that says that Rahu is exalted in Taurus. But what we do know is Rahu is stabilized in Taurus. Right?
Yeah.
So you need Rahu in these different signs, in Scorpio, in different Aries. You need, because Rahu, it shakes things up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It changes, it gets things out of the stagnancy of what we've come to accustomed to being, right? And so we've got pretty stagnant. We can see some things that we do need to fix as far as American life and how we work and how we travel and all those things. We can adjust. So it's good that that happens, but it just happens through an event that literally causes to a wake up call. But back to Rahu and Mrigashira. Mrigashira is the star search, right? So that star search, we're actually out there looking for the answers. We're looking for a vaccine, searching. We're looking to see how and when this is going to end. We're looking to see how can we minimize the damage to the economy, to the educational system, right? We're searching for these answers to try to come to a realization of what we can do to minimize the damage.